Hey, welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard the latest news? Brace yourself, because we're going to do a dive into the mind-boggling world of AI-generated news. Yeah, you heard me right. We're living in a time where machines are pumping out stories more than a Dubai high-rise. Now, call me old-fashioned, but I like my news with a little healthy dose of human oversight. I mean, I don't want to read articles about aliens landing on Earth offering free Wi-Fi, only to find out it's been penned by a hyperactive chatbot with a penchant for sci-fi. No, these AI-generated sites, they're not playing around. They got it all figured out. They slap on a generic name like iBusiness Day or Island Top News, trying to blend in like undercover agents at a right-wing gathering. But let me tell you, folks, their content's about as reliable as Whoopi Goldberg explaining, well, anything. You know what's even crazier? These AI sites are making a killing in the advertising game. They're attracting algorithmically placed ads from top Western brands. So while you're reading an article about how to prevent cancer naturally, spoiler alert, it involves lemons, you unknowingly are contributing to the financial success of an AI-driven clickbait factory. But here's the kicker. These AI sites, they're expanding faster than Lizzo at a buffet. They've spread to 10 different languages. I mean, they're becoming the UN of unreliable news. And let's not forget about these AI-generated articles. They're filled with more errors than Joe Biden attempting to explain magnets. You'll feed they'll feed you headlines like, can mayonnaise cure a skin allergy? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sticking with my dermatologist. So, folks, brace yourself for the future of journalism, where the news is AI generated, the facts are optional. We're living in a world where algorithms are the new editors. But hey, maybe I'm just a grumpy old man longing for the good old days of print journalism, or maybe, just maybe, we should hit the brakes on this AI news, because this AI news is making corporate news appear more reliable. And perhaps that's why it exists in the first place. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee Nuance Show, the best censored commentary news show live right now. Flame on. Yeah, so the first story that we have today, this is interesting stuff. This AI generated news. So the number of AI generated news sites and information sites without any human oversight has more than doubled in the last 2 weeks, reaching 125 sites. These sites produce low quality content and aim to attract advertising revenue from top brands. NewsGuard has, here we go, NewsGuard. Boom, there it is. NewsGuard has introduced a framework to identify these sites as unreliable AI-generated news, UAIN. These AI-generated sites often have generic names and publish clickbait articles with false claims. They operate in 10 languages and exhibit telltale signs of being AI-generated. The proliferation of these sites raises concerns about trust in news sources, and programmatic advertising industry inadvertently funds them. But here's the kicker, right? Here's what we get from this. This is from NewsGuard, and who do you think funds NewsGuard? Well, they receive much of their startup funds. I cannot read today. What is going on? They receive much of their startup funds from Publicis Group. It's a giant global communication groups with divisions in brand imaging, design, digital business platforms, media relations, healthcare. Their health subsidy, Publicis Health, named Lilly, Abbott, Roche, Amgen, Genentech, Celogen, Gilead, Biogen, AstraZeneca, Sanofi, Bayer, and other big pharma giants as clients, which gives you an idea where their loyalties lie. GlaxoSmithKline, GSK, has awarded publicists a whole bunch of business, and the communication group responded by creating a custom platform, GSK, to run the drug giant's media business. Okay, so they actually, GSK gave $400 million to Publicis, which does NewsGuard. So yes, we have NewsGuard, who's out there to save us from all this AI-generated news, and it turns out that they're heavily, heavily funded by Big Pharma. So you have to decide for yourself which is worse, right? Some fake AI news, or letting Big Pharma decide what's fake AI news, right? I don't know. Is there any way to win now? Is there any way to win in the news game? I don't know. So that's the main story I want to talk about today. We got a couple other stories to get to, just a few. As a reminder, not as a reminder, I should know this. Today's May 23rd, 2023. My name's Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show. I'm on all the streaming platforms at Coffee and Nuance. As a reminder, we stream live every day on YouTube and on Rumble, rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. Bookmark it, sign up for Rumble, and starting tomorrow, there will be some custom emotes. That's what they call it, these little customized emojis, and they're going to be available to drop to subscribers on Rumble. It's a fun new thing that they've added to Rumble, and I've been working on the little designs myself, so I'm planning on launching that live tomorrow. So if you're on Rumble and you're subscribed, you'll be able to use these custom emotes starting tomorrow. That's something I guess we can look forward to. I don't know. I mean, who cares about little emoji graphics? But I don't know. It's something fun. But let's get to the next story that we have today, shall we? Okay. There we go. Breaking news. The FBI is taking invasion of privacy to a whole new level. Forget about high-tech gadgets or secret agents. All they need is Section 702 of the FISA Act and a knack for warrantless snooping. It's like they're playing I Spy with our private lives. But instead of guessing the color of an object, they're guessing how many civil liberties they can violate before someone notices. FBI is making George Orwell's nightmare a reality, one warrantless search at a time. So a newly unclassified court opinion reveals that the FBI misused surveillance powers on multiple occasions between 2020 and early 2021. The agency conducted over 278,000 warrantless searches using Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, the FISA. The searches targeted individuals involved in protests around George Floyd, individuals connected to January 6th, and donors to congressional campaigns. Yeah. Have I donated to congressional campaigns? Uh-oh. Section 702 is meant to allow surveillance of foreign individuals, but it's been used to monitor American citizens without obtaining warrants. Court opinion highlights widespread and persistent abuse of the law by the FBI and repeated failures to justify the need for such surveillance of U.S. citizens. Critics argue these violations emphasize the urgent need for congressional action and reforms to prevent further abuses of warrantless searches. The FBI claims, however, they've implemented changes to address the issue, but opponents believe that Congress needs to enact reforms to protect citizens' privacy. So, yeah. I don't know. I felt like I just did a story on this, but the story I did a couple days ago was the FBI abusing their power in a totally different way. And in the same way, they also put out a statement that, oh, don't worry, we've put in some new safeguards. We're not going to do that anymore. These stories just keep repeating. But I guess, we need Congress to come up with something to look into this, to fight this. I personally am counting on George Santos to do something about this. Come on, George. You can do this. If anyone doesn't want people looking into their past and their past stories, it would be George Santos. So you should write up something and put in a resolution against the FBI. But maybe if George Santos is unable to do it, we can rely on Fetterman, because I'm sure he wants to look into this as well. I don't know. Just a reminder, stick around for the after show. After I play the goodbye music, I will stick around and read all of your comments on Rumble and on YouTube. So that is a good thing. But let's get to this next story, and it's totally believable. Hey, did you hear about this guy right here, named Cy, who drove a truck into barriers near the White House? Now, I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but there's some serious irony here. I mean, who would have thought a guy named Cy, this guy, would be thought to be waving a Nazi flag? Yeah, I mean, that's like a vegetarian named Butcher or a pacifist named Rambo. Talk about breaking all the stereotypes. But hey, at least he didn't have any weapons or explosives in the truck. I guess Cy's idea of causing chaos was just crashing into some barriers. So, yeah, if you didn't hear, a 19-year-old man from Missouri named Cy Varshish Kandula drove a truck into barriers near the White House in an incident that led investigators to believe he had intentions to harm the president. He had intentions to harm the president with an empty U-Haul truck that he crashed into a barricade. Yeah, I buy that story. Kandula made incriminating statements about the White House, which resulted in charges of threatening to kill or harm the president and assault with a dangerous weapon, among others. The truck crashed intentionally into a security barrier, and a Nazi flag was found at the scene. No one was injured, and the truck was found to contain no weapons, no explosives. The investigation is ongoing, and President Joe Biden's exact whereabouts during the incident were unclear. A robot later confirmed that the truck was empty. So, what are the odds that a week ago Joe Biden said, the number one threat, terrorism in the U.S. is white supremacy, and, the following day we had all the people pretending to be, wearing the white balaclavas, marching, all the fit guys in Patriot Front, right? And then we got to follow it up with this white supremacist here, this white supremacist right here, this guy with the unpronounceable name. This white supremacist drives an empty truck into a barricade and conveniently has a Nazi flag. What are the odds? I mean, I guess I just believe Joe Biden when he somehow knew that the number one threat to our country is white supremacy, and I'm totally convinced now that this is a totally legitimate terrorist attack by this young man, this young Nazi here, that didn't have any explosives or weapons or anything, but he was armed with a Nazi flag. Yeah. But see, the great thing about this story is you don't actually need to look into it at all, because now in the future, you can just make reference to Nazis tried to attack the White House. And I guess that's a legit statement, right? Because you've labeled this guy a Nazi. He drove a U-Haul into a barricade. So now, on your stump speech, when you're out campaigning, you can say, look, the Nazis even tried to kill me. Kind of convenient. But, are you buying this? Are you buying it? Because if you're buying this, by the way, I have a sale going on, and I have lots of things to sell. Right? Including timeshares right next to the Brooklyn Bridge. Just send me a DM. I'll hook you up. Get you a really good price on it, too. Anyway, that's all kind of silly, but let's get to some good news. Hey, have you heard about the Merlin app by Cornell Lab of Ornithology? It's a bird watching on easy mode. Just snap a pic, and Merlin will tell you what it is. Perfect for the lazy bird enthusiast. Because who needs years of study when you can have an app, right? So the Cornell Lab of Ornithology has developed an app called Merlin, and it provides quick identification assistance for bird watchers of all levels. It covers birds from the Americas, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, totaling over 5,000 species. The app offers various ways to help users identify birds. The Bird ID Wizard helps identify birds based on sightings, where Sound ID provides real-time suggestions for birds based on their song. Photo ID allows users to upload a picture of the bird for identification, even when offline. The app also includes Save My Bird, which enables users to create a digital scrapbook of their birding experiences. Merlin's powered by eBird, allowing users to create customized bird lists based on their location or time of the year. Now, I've never been a bird watcher. It's something I don't really get, but I just heard a bird right now. Like, no joke. I think it was a crow. There's a couple of neighborhood crows, and they love in the mornings to just come to my roof and peck a little bit and make some noise. But I'm not sure if they're a crow or not, but with this Merlin app, I could go outside and identify it and make sure it's a crow. I guess it's a crow. But I could check with this app. Anyway, I think this is kind of cool because I do go on hikes. I do see birds. Typically, I have no idea what the bird is at all. I hear birds singing. I have no idea what birds they are. And it might be kind of fun. Something I never thought I'd be interested in, but I mean, because I don't want a field book that I have to read through. The bird watcher's field guide, or flip through that. But with an app, that might actually be kind of fun. And you can become the expert in your family. I think I may check this out. Would anyone else check out this this app? I think I may just do that. And if I do, no, I commit to it right now. I'm going to check out this app, and I'm going to actually find out if that's a crow making that sound. Pretty sure it's a crow. But I don't know. Maybe it's a crow alternative. And I will let you know in the next couple of days what birds I've found around my house. I think that's good news. You know, we had all this garbage news today about how news is getting worse, how, the Nazis are trying to take out Biden. All kinds of terrible news. But identifying birds, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. And I do go on a lot of hikes, a lot of walks. Try to go for walks every day. So this will be neat. I can try to identify the birds. I've never done that before. At all. So now, I'll give it a shot. And I'll let you know the results. And if you do that as well, let me know. Because I'm kind of interested in this now. Anyway, we had a quick show for you today. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a big idea. Psychological idea, something to think about. But until then, leave your comments. If you've made it this far, go ahead. Why not? Slap that like button. You can do it. It means a lot to me. And it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Reminder, tomorrow, the emotes, subscriber emotes are going to be live on Rumble. You can sign up for Rumble, link in the description. Hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the after show. Peace. All right. Put $1 in the all right jar. Lots of people hanging out on YouTube. Couple people over on the Rumble. We got lots of people watching Rumble, but not live. If you watch this show on Rumble, we're streaming live every day, noon on the West Coast, 3 on the East Coast. Subscribe. Come join the party live. It's a lot more fun with friends. So please join live. But if you're watching YouTube or Rumble, you're watching the replay, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. It means a lot to me, so I appreciate you for doing that. Duggo's over there checking in on Rumble. OX_00. I got white supremacists hiding under my bed. Well, we got to be careful about that. They seem to be everywhere now, don't they? Just everywhere. According to certain political party, the white supremacists are just unstoppable. They're everywhere, including that guy with the name that I had a hard time pronouncing. With the Nazi flag and no gun or explosives or anything. Yeah. Duggo says the FBI was supposed to be a temporary agency to begin with and has since become malignant beyond fixing. Well, that's an opinion that I would agree with. The fact that it is still around tells you all you need to know about the state of our government. See, those are the kind of great responses that we get over on Rumble. What's happening on YouTube? Lots of people checking in. Didn't see John today. What's up with that? Lucid Moments checking in. We got all the fun emojis. Early Bird gets the nuance. Miranda cannot participate, but thanks for dropping in early and saying hi. So she's here in spirit. I agree. And, we got people that listen to the show. They don't just watch it. They can listen to it as well. What's up, Erie Fairy? Very cool checking in. Wow, so now I get to pick who's telling me the lies. Good to have to choose. Natasha made it in. Nice. Lucid Moment says, I've been waiting for the emotes. Well, the emotes are coming. It's funny, probably 2 weeks ago I didn't even know what the word emote meant. I mean, I know what emote means, but emote as far as a little customized emoji. So now I've been learning all about that, and I've been making some little graphics. They're 512 pixels by 512 pixels, in case anyone cared. Safeguards made by the ones who need safeguarded. Exactly. What are the odds with all the foreshadowing? Odds are good. Yeah, the Nazis wouldn't recruit him. Yeah, I think this guy would probably not be accepted by the Nazis, but that doesn't mean that he can't be a white supremacist and have a Nazi flag. Where do you even buy Nazi flags anymore? I don't think you can get them on Amazon. So where do you even buy them? Not that I want one, but I'm just curious. Or are they just custom made at the at the FBI? I don't know. I don't know. Eventually there'll be an app to identify people by picture and voice. I do think that is true. I do think we're in the very near future where you're going to be able to snap a picture of someone and it will run it through all the databases and tell you who that person is. And there's not going to be anything we can do about it. But I think that's in the very, very near future. I do think that the facial recognition is going to get so good that they're going to be able to identify that, and you could snap a picture of someone and then find out everything about them. I do think that's in the very near future, but there's so much we have to worry about in the very near future. That's kind of down on the list. AI bird app sounds cool. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty cool. I'm actually going to check it out. I'm going to try it today. I always thought they were crows, but I guess I should double check. Let's see. Yes, there is an app to identify plants. And you would know that if you watch this show because I did a story on an AI app that identifies plants. So when you're out on a hike, you can snap a picture of a flower and find out exactly what it is. So that's neat. I'm waiting for the hummingbirds. I have a bunch of feeders. And Lucid Moment says, guess I'll be on Rumble tomorrow. Cool. Well, I'll see you over there on Rumble. Natasha says, I've been buzzed by a hummingbird while wearing a loud Hawaiian shirt. I wonder if Tom's experienced that. I do get hummingbird. I don't have a feeder, but I do get hummingbirds based on a particular plant. Actually, I don't know what the plant is in my backyard, but the hummingbirds seem to love it. And I think we get hummingbirds. I live near a large area, a large nature area that I think they're in. But actually, my neighbor over the fence has some hummingbird feeders, and I think that's what draws them nearby, I would suspect. Anyway, Duggo says, we still don't need to choose between AI and corporate shill news, as long as we're still allowed to tune into independent voices like you, Kim Iverson, Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald, Redacted, etc. And in fact, I would recommend everyone on that list. I'm a fan of everyone on that list. And I've been particularly impressed by Kim Iverson lately. I think she's been doing just a heck of a job. And it looks like Glenn is back to his program. I know he took a couple days off. His husband passed. He was young, and so that was very, very sad. Condolences to Glenn. But yeah. Anyway, so that's all the show that we have today. I will see you all tomorrow. And if you enjoyed the show, maybe share it with someone. Let's see if we can get a few more people watching the show. Anyway, have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.